Back through the years, I go wandering once again. Back to the seasons of my youth. I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There are rags of many colors, every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was down in the fall. My mama sewed the rags, sewing every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of.
One is only poor, only if they choose to be. Oh yeah.
I don't know the tune of this song, but this song by Dolly Parton, known as Coat of Many Colors, inspired me so much. I just heard it and I listened to it a few times, but I'm not getting it. I'm not capturing it. Like, I cannot master it to sing it for you. I'm just trying to read the lyrics from my, from my phone here. But it's so encouraging. She sings so well. It's the story of one person trying to recall the days of her youth, how life was so difficult, how life was so tough on them. And at one time, the mother came home with a bag full of rags of different colors. So the mother used these different rags to sew, kushona, to sew for the daughter a very beautiful and colorful, coat. And just like in the Bible, we are told of the story of Joseph, who his father loved him so much and also put different rags together to sew, to make him a coat of different colors, and people laughed at him because of that coat. It's the same scenario with this little girl. And then in the song she says, one is only poor if they choose to be. Like, you're only poor because you've chosen to be. There are so many things you can do to get out of poverty, to get out from where you are and become the person you want to be. When you sit down there crying and wanting people to sympathize with you, then you will continue remaining poor. But when you decide today that you want to make a step and be whoever you want to be, trust me, you're going to be what you want to be and should be. Even though sometimes it might take a while, practice patience. Patience is a virtue. You have to be patient. Everything happens at the rightful time, and you have to just have the heart of being patient. Now, when we were young, when you look at some of us, our lives, we've come from very, very poor backgrounds where affording 3 meals was not something to joke about. Most of us grew up in environments where we were only raised with 1 meal, and that is the last meal in the day, which is at night supper. That is where I come from. I come from a society where poverty ruled and took reign. Many people suffered so much. Many lives people suffered. When I joined the Gethsemane Garden Academy, an orphanage where I went to learn, I came across different other orphans and other people who were also going through tougher situations that mine was even better. People were going through a lot. Some people were abandoned at birth. They didn't have anywhere to go to. They didn't have anyone to call father or mother. They were abandoned. They were born and left to grow on their own. And so they grew up in different hands of different people who were not even related to them. Some of them even grew in the hands of their relatives who mistreated them so much, so much. And I remember back in school, I had this group of friends. My circle was so small, I can mention them with their names. The importance of having a smaller circle is very good, because you get to know that your secrets or what you know and you shared with the other people is protected. When it leaks out, then you even know who did it. Like, if you have a small circle, a small group of friends, let's say 3 to 5 friends, and you share with them a secret, if that secret leaks out, then you know who did it. Yes, it's one of the people within your circle. And that is why I really appreciated having a smaller circle. So in this circle of ours, sometimes we used to sit together just to study together. We used to crack jokes, we used to tell stories, and everything was just moving on flawlessly because we loved each other, we supported one another's talent, we used to push each other to work hard, and whenever one of us was even affected by something, we would come as a group to do what? To defend the person or to help the person grow. I miss the days of school when we had this group because it was very funny. Sometimes we would just agree that tomorrow we are not going for morning preps. So any prefect who wakes you up, you pretend you've woken up and go and get out of the dormitory and come back in through another door. And it was just funny. I remember those days we used to be kids. It was just good. It was very interesting. Today, to find such kind of friends is very difficult. Life after school has not been the same way. People have changed, many things have changed. Everyone is working hard to change the name of their home, the name of their homestead, the name of their family. Because for a fact that we were born in poverty doesn't mean that we have to die in poverty. So we got separated by the world. Some of us are no longer in this world, such as Betha, Awur, Calvin Nyakia. Some of them died in the path to success. It's quite difficult to know that they will never be back again, and that has really affected the healing process of some of us because these were good people, they were good friends. But anyway, everything happens for a reason. So I want to encourage you who's watching this video today. Probably you are embarrassed of your society, you're embarrassed of where you've come from, you're embarrassed of your home, you're embarrassed of your family members because of poverty. Poverty has made you not even introduce your father or mother or guardian to the rest of the world. Poverty has made you feel ashamed to return back to your village to go and visit. Poverty has put you in a situation where you cannot even take a photograph of your own compound and post it on social media. Poverty has made you feel like your life is useless, like you cannot make it anymore, like the world is against you. But don't give up. Don't give up. Don't. I have witnessed people who came from nothing to something. Their lives were miserable. Like if you wanted to describe poverty, you just look at them and you have the answer, and you shall understand the great meaning of poverty. People have gone through a lot. I don't even want to talk about what poverty did in our life. When I was born in a rich family, a stable family, a family that ate 3 meals and even 4 meals sometimes in a day. But after the death of my father, things just changed. Like when he died and we had to just get out from the riches where we were and to rags, like we lost it all. Like we had to start afresh from where we never thought we would be. So we left town and carried all our things and belongings back to the village. And when my father was covered in the soil, when he died and he was buried, life was never the same again. I look at that house that was made of mud back at home, and truly I wonder that nothing is permanent in this world. If my father was alive today, maybe we would be very far, very, very far. Because my father was one of those people who had good paying jobs back in the 90s. But when he died, all those who were depending on him regretted and cried, but no amount of tears brought him back to life. It was a tough time. And we got to a point where even our own biological parents who were left, that is our mothers, couldn't take care of us, and they gave out us for adoption elsewhere. So we grew up not with our parents, we grew up in the hands of other people. And life was just that way. We grew up and we didn't die because of that. We grew up trusting that one day life will be better. And we are still hoping that life will be better. Right now, we are almost 30 years of age and we are still looking for the better life. Some of the people we grew up with are in a better position, but most again are not yet there. Don't give up. Keep doing what you love doing. It will one day bear fruits. I'm telling you the truth. God that I serve will connect you to destiny helpers, people who will come through your life, people who will not want to see you crying anymore. He will connect you to these people who will always want to be there for you. And that will be the last day that you'll shed tears of sorrow and pain. You'll start shedding tears of joy, tears of happiness, because God is not a man. The way he thinks is not the same way men think. Just do what you love doing until the day doors shall open for you. And until next time, always feel encouraged, work hard, and be nice to people. And remember that nothing is impossible. For this is devance.empire, end of discussion.